It says we're live on the top. It says we're recording. Hi,
So then
everybody.
we're live on Facebook right now.
I don't see it yet, but I'm sure it's true.
But it's doing it. It's saying meetings. So good morning, everybody. We're live here on the Facebook page. We think, hopefully, we're trying something new this week. As mentioned, we're trying some different things for the summer. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we are live. I can see us.
I can too. There's the lag, but that's okay.
Yeah, there is a
A
lag,
little
so
weird.
that's why it's like I have to watch one screen or the other. Although I guess so, whatever's comfortable for you, Melissa, to be on. I just know maybe I'll come on over to Facebook too, and then we're on the same because we know we're recording, right?
Yes, I saw the recording
Good.
button.
So I'm gonna come on over, and we'll just get started. Thanks for your patience, everybody, as we experiment with new technology. Super duper appreciate it. Hope you're all well. Maybe I'll come on over to Facebook too, and then we're on the same because we know we're recording, right?
Something funny just happened. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I just came in. I'm gonna go back because
I was trying to reply to Leanne's good morning, Leanne, and it popped me into the Facebook Live feed, which brought us back in time with the audio. At least on my end, that's what happened.
you know, it happened on mine too, and it was funny. It was right when I was trying to join live on Facebook, so I wasn't sure whether that was
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to comment on people as we go. Good morning, Mom.
Yeah. So maybe as you see them, you can say it out loud. How's
Yeah,
that?
I'll just have to say it out loud.
Oh, look at that. 3 minutes in. Okay.
We're learning.
We're learning. Thanks so much, everybody. And so Leanne's here and your mom. Good morning.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us. How do we do this again? Oh, yeah, our greetings.
Our greetings.
Should we start with that?
Oh, and I usually start. Good morning. It's Motivation Mornings with Marnie and Melissa. I'm Melissa Houston. I'm a health insurance specialist and financial planner in Victoria, BC. And I'm a big fan of Star Trek.
Trekkie brand. Yay. And good morning, everybody. I'm Marnie Dangerfield. I'm a wellness and intentional creativity coach right here in Victoria, BC. And I'm learning how to use technology. So I'm appreciating all your support and patience this morning.
You are amazing for figuring this out. I'm so excited that we can go live on Facebook.
Should do a full disclosure. Usually it's Melissa doing these things with the meetings and such. So we always have her to thank for how smooth they go. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll just have fun with this morning. It's a beautiful morning here anyway. So I guess I'll give an overview. We don't need to give what's playing in the background. It's us. So we like to start with our value statement, and then we do our inspiration. And this week, Melissa's going to start with her inspiration, and then I will do mine. And then, oh boy, I'll have my pen and paper handy. Melissa will be sharing I'm assuming financial wellness tip today, but we'll see what she has to share. And then we don't have a slide for our contact information, so we'll just say it out if that's okay, Melissa. And then we are going to do our gratitude. So I'll share gratitude, then Melissa will share our gratitude, and then we'll round it up with a motivational quote, which I will be sharing this week. So,
our value statement. Today we gather
in the spirit of possibility,
in support of community,
to encourage holistic well-being,
to empower our authentic selves,
to share appreciation,
to express compassion,
and to enjoy this gift of life.
And we would love to hear what is motivating or inspiring you today. So please feel free to comment on our Facebook page there under our Facebook Live. We'll be able to see it, and yeah, we would love to know. So I'm starting today, eh? Okay. Bring my phone. So today I wanted to share another tool. Love my tools. Um, Back after my gym closed, I had some trouble getting motivated and inspired to get back into a fitness routine. It took me a while. And then I started my outdoor runs, which are wonderful this time of year because it's bright early, it's warm, the sunshine, just the whole package is such an enjoyable experience. But it took me a while to figure out how to incorporate strength training back into my routine because I had to do it here at home. So I struggled a bit with that until on a podcast, someone mentioned this app, and I wanted to share it with all of you because I find it is working very well for me to help me stay on routine, like motivated and inspired to do that portion of my fitness. So it's called 7 Minute Workout Fitness App if you are searching on the Apple App Store. It has it's green with a 7M. Actually, I'll post the link anyway. But what makes it so great is it's without equipment. So as long as you have some space that you can sort of move your body a little bit at home, basically anyone can use it. I can't remember if it cost anything because now that I have it downloaded, it doesn't show me the cost. But if it did cost something, it wouldn't have been more than a few dollars. And the other really great thing is they have different fitness levels. So there's a beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So depending on if you're like new to working out or if you've, have some experience and need a little bit more to push yourself. And they also have them broken down by category. So there's an arms workout and a legs workout and stretching and the whole list of different ones. And all the beginner ones are for 7 minutes. So it's a great stepping stone for anyone who is just starting their journey into strength training, or they have like some cardio options too. It's not just strength. But if you're just starting out, 7 minutes, really not a huge commitment of time. Like I said, you don't need any equipment. The most that you would ever need that I've seen is maybe a sturdy chair to step up on or to use for arm dips. That's it. And then everything else is just using your own body weight. And maybe a wall for one stretch. But it's been working so great for me, and I highly recommend it. And it's nice to have variety too. I don't know about you, but I need routine, but I also need some variety. I don't want to be doing the exact same thing every day because then you can lose motivation. You want to keep things stimulating and interesting. So yeah, I'll share that link in the comments. And yeah, it's a great fitness motivation for me.
Oh, I love the sound of that. You find the best things. I'm so excited. And I've just been doing in a boot camp after years of not doing anything like that, of exercising this month in July, but it's ending. So this is just fantastic, selfishly for me, fantastic timing. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes. Well, what about you, Marnie? What's motivating or inspiring you today?
And I'm sure will help many other people too, of course. So for me, I've got I was a friend of mine yesterday sent me a little video, and it lit me up and inspired me. It just made me feel so good, and so I will be sharing that in the comments below right after this. And essentially, it's from BBC Northern Ireland, and it's just a less than 3 minute long video, and it's about this area, this neighborhood that with COVID they were shut down, but it's all bricks. Their back alley was just bricks and bins and nothing growing. And how they just bit by bit organically created this amazing outdoor space and just a bit about the benefits they've received from it, both for themselves and for their community. And so just that reminder that it can just start with a potted plant and cleaning up a little area and what can grow from there. So yeah, I'll be sharing that right after. It always amazes me what happens. We get our hands in soil and dirt and start growing things, and what can grow organically.
Awesome. I just picked up a couple little cucumber plants from the farm on the weekend.
Yay! Yes, fall starts are starting are out now too. So cucumber.
Well, it's something we eat a lot of, and they were just there. They weren't expensive, so I'm like, well, let's give it a try.
Yay! And you have a nice sunny spot, so fantastic.
Yeah. Well,
Have
I'm looking
fun.
forward. Thanks. I'll look forward to watching the video. Is it very long?
It's less than 3 minutes. I can't remember if it's 2.5 minutes or if it's closer to 3, but it's definitely less than 3 minutes long. Yeah.
Cool.
I have a lovely Northern Irish accent. I like.
All righty. Is it financial wellness time? I got my order right?
I muted myself. Yes, I have my pen and paper handy. You can't see my paper, but I heard
Well,
something.
I mean, you don't really need the pen and paper today because I'm going to type out everything I'm going to say in the comments for other people. I am doing a wellness financial tip crossover today, Marnie. Crossover. So I was thinking about all the things that we can do to improve our physical well-being, emotional well-being, mental well-being. And I was struck by the fact that so many of those things are actually free or cost very little. So it's a crossover in how you can improve your well-being in any number of ways that will not cost you anything or very little. So I'm just going to list my list that I thought of, and I would love to hear your thoughts if you have any that come to mind immediately, Marnie. And then if anyone watching, oh, hi, Terry. If anyone watching wants to add to the list to give people more ideas for things they can do to improve their well-being that doesn't cost anything, that would be amazing. I would love to get that list going for people, and I might even challenge myself to pick one for next week and mention which one that I will try to add into my life in a regular way. So it's a fairly big list I have. I hope you don't mind that I read them all out.
Are you kidding? This is about wellness and stuff. Please share. This is what we're here for. Thank you, Melissa.
Okay. So drinking water. That's that one thing that I've been doing lots of lately. Making sure you're well hydrated. Going for a walk. Also something people have been doing a lot of lately, but that's a wonderful thing to do. Free fitness apps or YouTube videos, sort of along the inspiration motivation I had today. I also wanted to point out that some public parks have outdoor fitness equipment. I'm not sure if you've seen those. They have, I think they even have like non-electric ellipticals and things like that. It's pretty neat. Growing plants. That one is probably the most expensive one on here, and that just requires, buying some seeds and some soil and a little pot if you don't have ground to plant it in. I also was going to suggest that people can check Garage Sale if they're familiar with Garage Sale, or Craigslist, or any of those online market websites, because there's often free sections, and sometimes people will have plant starters or gardening equipment or art supplies, all kinds of stuff for free sometimes. So if you're willing to spend a little time keeping an eye on that, you might be able to find some stuff for free there. Getting books from the library, listening to music. You can listen to free Spotify or the radio, and I think you can get CDs from the library as well. And listening to music also includes singing and dancing, also free. Visiting free gardens, parks, or beaches. Drawing or doodling. I know Marnie is a fan of that. Meditating. So that I'm sure there must be some free apps or YouTube videos in addition to just doing it solo. Oh, side note, I've been loving the 10% Happier Summer Challenge so far, Marnie. Thank you so much for bringing that up last week. It's yeah, it's only been a few days. I'm sure people can still join if they haven't yet already.
I would check into it if you can. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. I think they do a really good job.
Yeah, it's been great.
Speaking of challenge, I just wanted to hop in here quickly because Terry mentioned that she's doing a 10,000 step a day challenge for August.
Oh, how are you tracking that, Terry? I'd be curious if there's an easy way that other people could join you in that challenge. Let's see. So continuing on my list, I got a few more. Taking a relaxing bath, calling a friend, taking photos. If you own a phone with a camera on it, it would not, I mean, you would need to have the equipment to take photos, but if you already have it, does not cost you any money to go out and appreciate some beauty in the world and take some photos. Then you can cook or bake with kitchen staples, so things you already have in the kitchen, or maybe to use up some food that you haven't had a chance to find a purpose for it yet. So just going out of your way to be a little bit creative with some food you already have, and getting a good night's sleep. Now, I'm not talking about the people who struggle to sleep with insomnia. I'm just meaning the people who, you know, might stay up later than they should because they're having fun reading or doing some other things. Just making sure that you're going to bed at a decent time so you're giving your body a good period of rest. And then hugging a loved one, for anyone who is in your social bubble that you can hug. Again, it's wonderful and free and feels wonderful. So that's sort of my list that I came up with. Have you thought of anything off the top of your head, Marnie, to add to the list off the bat?
Well, it's funny. One I'm going to be talking about later with the gratitude and such. So I'll just mention practices of things like gratitude and kindness, and it can be incorporated with some of the meditation practice, but there are in setting the intention for some of these things. Setting intentions actually is a great practice for different things that you're wanting to create for wellness and well-being. For anything that you just shared, that's really helps. You have that daily check-in of intention of what you're wanting to do and be great in your life. So yeah, that's wonderful, Melissa. Thank you. And Terry's mentioned in answer to your questions using a Fitbit, and phone also keeps track, but then she's also starting an accountability group. So seems we might be able to get it on that. So I love that.
Awesome, Terry. Way to go.
Okay, so where are we here? Great job, Melissa. Thank you. Love that inspiration tip. Yeah, there's so much we can do that it doesn't have to cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much. So much. Where are we? Yes. During our contact info. All right. So if you would like to provide any feedback, ideas, anything at all, you can email us at motivation.mornings@gmail.com. We have our Facebook page, which you are probably on right now, MM with MM. But if you are watching this via YouTube, which is also on our list here. You can always pop over to our Facebook to make sure you're seeing the comments where we are sharing the resources that we've been mentioning. But yes, YouTube, that's where we're posting the recordings of these. Feel free to subscribe on there to make sure you get notices whenever a new one is posted. And then we have our Instagram, motivation_mornings_with_mm. And that is where we're posting our reminders and the motivational quotes.
Yes, thank you, Melissa. So before we finish up with gratitude and our motivational quote, I just want to give a shout out to Terry here for thanking her for sending these ideas. So she added geocaching, beach combing, scavenger hunt with friends. Oh, yes, please. Let's organize that. Drives along the coast, visiting places like Avatar Grove and other West Coast gems. So brilliant. Thank you so much. And hopefully people, if you're watching this on the replay later, feel free to add more ideas. It'd be great to have a great brainstorm session here and see what everybody comes up with. So,
yes, I
thanks
love
for playing along. So yes, so the gratitude portion, I realize I don't keep this bit short, but as I was coming up with mine this morning, I realized, oh my goodness, I have so many, and it's hard to pick. And that's not to brag. That what it brought about with me was a realization that, oh my gosh, I've come a long way, because it took me back to when I was first introduced to the idea of gratitude practice and expressing gratitude, and back when I wasn't in as healthy a place as I am now, and beginning of my earlier in my journey, and didn't have a healthy mind state, and it was a struggle. Even if mentally I knew, yes, be grateful, I'm breathing, yet I didn't feel it. I didn't have wasn't in that place yet. And so I'm having gratitude at that reflection, but also wanted to just give a bit of a shout out in case anybody's in a place where, like, oh, stop it with the gratitude, you're not feeling it. I encourage you just to start with even just thinking of one thing a day. And it's that practice, it builds up. And even if you're not feeling it yet, because I can think back to when I started, I didn't feel it. I was skeptical, but I started the practice, kept going. And now it's like, there's things everywhere to be grateful for, and I feel it. And I know it's a journey, and it's a growth journey. But I just wanted to, that's my gratitude, is the gratitude practice and the journey. That is our life journey. And we're all in our own places on it. But I wanted to just share that. Anybody kind of cringes at the thought of gratitude practice, give it a go. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, it's so meta. Being gratitude for gratitude. It's meta. Awesome. But it's very true that people can intellectually realize that they should be grateful for things, but sometimes it takes a while to get to a place where you're actually feeling it. And I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy that you've gotten to that place.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks to Terry for her beautiful words just now, for her gratitude. We're grateful for you. Beautiful soul. So how about you, Melissa? What are you grateful for?
I wanted, actually, if I'm digging, I'm gonna split it. One, I would like to thank you, Marnie, for getting this Facebook Live thing figured out, because I know it was a lot of work, and I think it's a great development, and I think it's going very well so far. So thank you so much for taking the time this past week to figure that all out for us. That was awesome. And then I also wanted to add that I'm grateful for one of the videos that was associated on the 10% Happier Summer Challenge. I think it was yesterday. It wasn't the main meditation video. There's like a secondary challenge video that they have. And they were talking about, at least I'm pretty sure that's where I had heard it. They were talking about using your senses to become mindful and present. So what do you see and what do you hear, what you can feel, to ground you in the moment. And when I've been going out into my garden the past couple of evenings to water my plants, it's right around sunset. It's so beautiful. And just bringing that awareness into that moment, and seeing the beautiful sunlight as it's setting, and looking at the beautiful plants and everything. It has created such a warmth and feeling of gratitude in my heart in those moments. It's creating like a treasure, if that makes any sense, in my heart, a treasured memory. And so I'm so grateful for that video, bringing that idea. I mean, it's with these things, you keep hearing them over and over again in different forms from different places, and sometimes it just takes a while for it to really sink in. So I just found that video helped it sink in a little bit more for me. So I'm very grateful for that.
Oh, it's so amazing. Yay. And it's so true. Like often we need to hear things like studies like at least 7 times for it to end from, as you say, different sources. It just, and being in the space where it's like, oh, it hits. And just, oh, yes, the power of doing that in your garden, in your place. Thank you, Melissa. So I'm going to, oh my goodness, this is one of our longest ones yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to round us out with the motivational quote. So now I'm going to share my screen, I hope. And if not, I will read it out.
I'm excited.
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna read it out.
Or you can share the image in the comments
I
later.
will share the image in the comments after, because whatever reason. Learning steps, and let us know, do you like this format? Do you prefer us doing this live on Facebook? What are we, any feedback, timing, that sort of stuff? We're playing with different things, and so if you don't have to say below if you're not comfortable, but please feel free to message us. We really do hope to hear from you. And it's so funny because I can't find my image. All of us, oh. One moment, it's disappeared completely off my computer. Oh, that is
old
hilarious.
music. La, 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 la.
Yeah, do some music. Thank you, Melissa. Da, 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 da. Okay, so this was one I think I'd actually even shared this before, but I just loved it, and so I'm going to do it again. And it was one from the a Network for Grateful Living, and it says, "A practice of gratitude is not about dismissing sadness, anger, fear, or confusion. Rather, it offers us the opportunity to see that we often experience multiple feelings at once, to welcome joy into the same places where we hold grief, to turn our attention to what is quietly growing and breathing day by day, which to our possible surprise includes ourselves." And that's by Christine. And it's just, I just love it because it is talk about, there is all sorts of things happening, different emotions and feelings with all the change and what's happening in the world. And there is grief, but there is also always joy and gratitude and how we grow with that. So I will share that after below, but say that gratitude doesn't mean we just pretend it's all a part of all the different emotions and the journey that we're on.
That was such a lovely quote. Who said that again, Marnie?
Kristen Lynn. Kristen Lynn. Sorry, not Kristen. Kristen.
So lovely. I will very much look forward to seeing the image that goes along with that.
Yeah.
Thank you for selecting that and sharing it with us today.
You bet. And so anything we mentioned, like I said, we'll be sharing the links below this as well. And just thanks everybody for joining us today. It's been so fun. Bye everybody.
Bye everyone. Have a great day.
Yeah, wishing you a good kind day.